The next guy come to the stage, very good friend of mine. He's very magical. Everybody make it loud for Anthony Mays. Here we go for Bajan, everyone. Hey, thanks for coming out. I know it's a little early for a Saturday. He said I'm a little magical. The reason is because I'm actually a stand-up comedy magician. That's right, stand-up comedy magician. Not everyone knows what that means, though, so I'll explain it so you guys understand. You see, I'm going to say some things, you guys are going to laugh. Give me the comedy. I'm going to say some things, you guys won't laugh. I'm just going to call that the magic, everybody. The magic is silence, really. That's what that is. The truth is, I did get started a long, long time ago. I got started when I was 12 years old. Did my very first show in my mom's basement. There were about 15 or 20 of my closest family and friends. I'm going to show you what I did. You see, I did this trick where I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Took one of those cards, threw it in the audience, snapped my fingers, still counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Now let me tell you, the crowd was so impressed, they pumped their fists in the air and they said, "That's amazing!"
That's amazing.
And 2 people here heard me. You guys are on the front row. Did you not know? It's too late now, man. You're supposed to do it before. Okay, fine. I get it. It's early. Still, you guys are still trying to get in the mood. All right, so I'm gonna repeat that story. I'm gonna spice it up a little. You guys know what's coming this time. It's amazing. Okay. So I started magic. So I started magic when I was 6 years old. Did my very first show in my mom's basement. There were 2, 3, there were like 400 people, you guys. It was crazy. Because I did this trick where I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. I took and threw away 2 cards, threw them in the audience, snapped my fingers, still counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. What are you guys doing over here? Are you guys not participating? This is not TV. I can see all of you. Alright, I'm going to spice up the story one last time. Everybody knows what's coming. So I started magic when I was 2 years old. Did my very first show over at Petco Park. There were like 5,000 people, guys. It was crazy. Because I did this trick where I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Took and threw away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8 cards. Snap my fingers, still counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. You guys love me. Okay, I made you love me, but you still love me, you know? It's not that easy to be this cheesy and this metrosexual, everybody. I know, somebody's looking very confused. It's metrosexual. A lot of people think I'm just hiding in the closet, which is not true. I'm just in there organizing it. I know, there's a lot of suit jackets in there. I actually did start this when I was about 12 years old. I'm in my 30s now. I've actually moved on to mind control. Ooh, right? I know, mind control. Here, watch it. I'll prove it. Everybody stick your arms out like this. Go ahead. I know you guys are eating, but you're going to trust me, you're going to want to try this. It's pretty cool. Stick your arms out like this. Good. Look at your fingers. Good. All right. Obviously, you guys do not want to participate. That's cool. Both hands, but that's cool. All right. So everybody, look at your fingers like this, right? Thumbs down, palms out, right? Thumbs down, palms out. One hand over there like this, about 6 inches. Is that 6 inches, sir? I don't think that's 6 inches. You're lying to people, sir. I don't know. There, lock your fingers just like this. Lock your fingers, lock your fingers. Very good. Wiggle your pinkies. Wiggle your index fingers. Bring your thumbs to the top just like this. Yeah. Okay, you guys are really confused right now. I was doing this actually on Easter Sunday at a church, and a guy met me after the show, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you can make a bird appear? I can make a bird appear too." And he flipped me the bird, you guys. He flipped me the bird, and trust me, it was pretty funny, right? But I don't think that guy should be the pastor anymore. I know this is kind of silly, but the truth is I do have these weird precognitions, you know. Sir, I didn't mean to pick on you. What is your name, by the way?
Sean.
Sean, all right, Sean. We've never met before, right?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That's the first time anybody's ever said okay. All right, Sean. So before the show, I had this weird preconceived notion that you would think of a 3-digit number. So think of a 3-digit number, because I wrote something down on a piece of paper, okay? For the first time out loud, is the number you're thinking of 423?
No.
No? Sean, I don't know how I knew this, but I knew you'd say no. Don't patronize me, Sean. Clearly, some people are not impressed. Okay, that's why I went one step further, Sean. I actually went a step further, and I had a feeling you would think of a wild African animal. So imagine you're on a safari, you're thinking of a wild African animal, okay? What is the animal you are thinking of?
A hyena.
A hyena. Now, there's no way I could have known that, right? So before the show, I actually drew a hyena. Okay, he's disguised as a zebra. Still not impressed over here. Okay, that's fine. Trust me, these are magical powers. I don't know how I do it. Alright, Sean, I want you to imagine after the safari, you get hungry, you go to the grocery store, you grab one item off the shelf. What is the item you are thinking of?
Milk.
Milk. Like 2%, 1% whole milk, skim milk, almond milk. 2%, that's what I choose. Which is exactly why I actually drew the barcode for 2% milk, you guys. Okay, you guys can blame my grandfather. He's the one that taught me all this magic, okay? In fact, my grandfather is the one that showed me my very first card trick. Now, I was about 8 years old when I first got to see magic, and he was a little bit of a poet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a trick. That first trick he taught me, now I have to remind you, I was 8 years old, so he had to change some of the words of this, but it's using these 3 cards, okay? So this is a story using cards, rhyme, and wit. My grandfather composed it, that is no shock. I know, it gets worse. This is a story of 2 gals and a guy. It's a soap opera of sorts. Let's find out why. The first 2 of 3, they were husband and wife, a king and his queen for most of their life. Now he called her Edith and she called him Stan. Yes, she was his queen and Stan was her man. Aww, I know it's poetry. It's not much, you guys, but it's poetry, right? The king, he lusted for Kate. Sorry. The king, he yearned for his son. So many carry his name, and soon it was Edith who soon started to blame. You see, oh, I messed it up already. I already messed it up. It's been a while. So, the king, he yearned for his son. Someone to carry his name, and soon it was Edith. He soon started to blame. The yelling, the fighting, Edith could take it no more. She called Stan a bum, and his mistress a horrible, horrible person. Oh, she knew about young Kate. She was a young and pretty lass, with the face of a queen and a firm, shapely ankle. I think those are ankles. Showing there. You see, the king, he still lusted for Kate, but he still loved his queen, so a threesome they became with the king in between. Welcome to Kearney Mesa, everyone. The King Stan trio, they soon came to be known, but a king with 2 queens would surely rock the throne. Were greed and envy, they don't mix well with fate, and soon it was Edith who lusted for Kate. I don't know, did I wake you up yet? No? Well, the 2 queens in love, they sent Stan away, but the king was persistent, he wanted to stay. Thanks for not noticing the magic, nobody even knew. That's amazing. No, that was not amazing, apparently. Well, they refused him quick, they sent him back outside the walls, and should he return, they cut off his hand. I think they cut off his hand. That's only the humane thing to do. The king, but he was persistent, he wanted to stay, and so he returned while Kate was away. Ooh, that is amazing. Thanks for noticing. Nobody else noticed again. No? Edith, she didn't like this. She yelled, screamed, and hissed. Not to mention the king, boy, was he pretty perturbed. Yeah. Kate, she did return, much to Edith's delight, banishing the king, leaving him nowhere in sight. You don't have to say that every single time. Now we're left with 2 queens who are happy, quite gay. You know, happy, frivolous, jovial. But not so for the king, he'd not had his way. So what is the moral, the lessons we've learned of Stan, Kate, and Edith, and the tables they turn? Well, I told it to Stan, and now I'll tell it to you. You can't have your Kate. And Edith too!